Thank you for calling Aria Resort and Casino. Please listen carefully to the following options. For reservations, for room reservations, for MGM Rewards bookings, for convention bookings, for general room reservations, for a new reservation, for the lowest available rates, please remain on the line for the next available representative.
Choosing MGM Grand, please visit the website, also the MGM mobile app for future needs. Looking forward to your visit.
Thank you. Have a good day. We got a 10-hour travel day. All right, let's do it. Oh my god. Okay. The clip that you just saw is my absolutely sorry attempt at vlogging. I literally was like, I have I've been wanting to get back vlogging. I used to vlog when I was like in middle school. Do you think we look different from last year? Don't even look for it. It's gone. But I'm like, I want to do this again. So then I was like, I'm gonna vlog. I have 2 trips coming up, literally back to back, Vegas, LA. And that was the only clip I filmed literally at my house before I left. And then I went on these 2 trips, did not film anything. My camera was literally in my suitcase the whole time. But podcasting is literally like an unchecked power, because I used to also be like, not everyone needs a podcast until you sit down. And with these headphones specifically, and with a mic in front of you, girl, I could go for hours. I want this to be a vlog podcast hybrid. And that was a plan. I was gonna film little clips and then pause them and then come in and then like talk more, elaborate more on the I want this to be like I'm talking to my close friends, which if you are on my close friends, which probably not if you're just finding this randomly, I needed a little bit more liberty, because I had like people tapping through so many stories back to back of me just flopping away. I had a podcast, and it was so much fun, but my friend got a real job that the digital footprint could not be us talking about. We talked about like, the clips were very incriminating, not in a bad way, just like we were talking about like toilet water flushing up your ass, and that is not the best look for a young professional. But anyways, okay, this is like the actual this actually I have something to talk about, which is my trip. I had a Vegas trip from absolute hell. Most of the time I'm not gonna have anything to talk about, I'm just gonna chat shit, but chat shit reminds me of Love Island. I could talk about that forever. Okay, first things first, Vegas trip. Literally, I was in Vegas shorter than, I think my travel time, like the travel time to being there ratio was like pretty much like 1-to-1. Like I traveled, basically went to go see Adele for a second time. I have already seen her previously. But anyways, Vegas trip. I think that trip actually aged me like 10 years. I think I traveled for like 20 hours to get, which it should be. I'm flying out from a small town. There's always gonna be a layover no matter where I'm going, unless it's like within the state that I'm in. Fly to city, fly to Vegas. Realistically, it should have been 1 hour, an hour layover, whatever, 2.5 hours, I'm there. It took me 10 hours to get there, because I had to get on 3 separate flights, because my first flight got delayed and it was going to make me miss my second flight. So then they just put me on 2 more flights. But anyways, yeah. Delayed. Then, oh look, I posted this on my close friends, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm vlogging this trip. Filmed 1 clip, the clip you just saw, that was from this. Did not pick up my camera again. Totally cool. Yeah, so I always have interesting travel experiences. So flew into city number 1, boom. Flew into city number 2, then eventually flew into Vegas. Got there like at, I don't know what time, whatever. The person in front of me was literally watching Fox News the entire time without headphones, like fully propped up on the front of their like the back of the seat in front of them, watching Fox News, like literally just the whole flight. I was like, okay, well this is interesting. This is an interesting journey for you. Anyways, one thing about me on Southwest flight, gotta get the Wi-Fi. $8. Usually what I do, this is bad. I, like, when people send me money through Apple Pay, I just leave it in there. And then when I go on a Southwest flight, I use the Apple Pay money, Apple Wallet money, whatever it's called. Use it to buy the Wi-Fi. And then it's like I did not even spend a dime on Wi-Fi. Anyways, got to city number 2, got Aunt Annie's pretzels. Hell yes, dude. Oh, flew through a literal lightning storm. Like, actually, I'll put the video here. And it actually, I thought I was going to be scared. At first, I was like, what is going on? Because I just kept seeing, like, flashing lights. It was a lightning storm. Totally like a full-on lightning storm. It went on for like 30 minutes, and I was just like kind of mesmerized by it. It actually distracted me from the fact that I used to just fly and not even have any thoughts about it. I actually really like flying when I forget the fact that I'm flying 35,000 feet above the air. But lately, with all this shit about Boeing, and I usually fly Southwest, which all Boeing, by the way. And this was my first time in a MAX plane, which I was absolutely shitting bricks about, because those are the ones with all the problems, allegedly, in my opinion. But yeah, it was totally fine, but still, we'll be afraid. I'm always afraid. Well, now I am, because of all this shit about the airplanes, and then I got on Reddit, and then people are also afraid, and I'm like, well, if they're afraid, then I should probably be afraid, because they probably know more than me, and they're afraid, and Anyways, the lady next to me was rubbing her leg the entire time, and I literally the entire time rubbing her leg, like, I guess she was nervous. Then we went to go see Adele, and we had Hell's Kitchen reservations, which Hell's Kitchen, yes to Hell's Kitchen, absolutely. We went to see Adele. She was absolute, like, she's just one of those people that just takes your breath away and is like the funniest, best human in the world. Yeah, so damn, I have something in my ear. Oh my god, something is crawling in my ear. I don't know what that was. Okay. Me and Alex were sat next to 2 other people that were very much our vibe. It was one of the slower songs. A lot of people like to sit down during that, and you're mesmerized by Adele. Like, literally, stand, sit, whatever you want to do it. We were sitting. These people, the besties next to us, were standing, hugging, singing. I mean, this was their song, because when it came on, they both looked at each other and they were like, oh, that kind of thing. So they stood up, but whatever. This lady behind me, which I do believe she was Russian, not to assume, although you weren't there, so you can't tell me. I'm just gonna say she was, or whatever, from wherever the hell she was. She had an accent that I couldn't clock right away. She taps the girl on the shoulder, and rudely, mind you, she wasn't like, oh, we can't see, could you please sit down? No, she was like, would you sit down, we cannot see, whatever. They just kept standing. I think they kind of like ignored her, like, no, like, we're standing, it's fine that we stand. Then her, I'm guessing, husband, well, they start making like these loud ass comments like, oh, well, this is just great, we can't see. And it's like, how about look at the big ass screens? I'm talking like the whole entire front of the thing is screens. You can view, or you can just stand your ass up if you're dying to see so badly. Just stand up. Not complicated. Or look through the cracks. We all do it. Like, no one, like, no. This guy, they're making loud comments like for like 2 minutes. They're just like, oh, well, this is just great, we can't see anything, blah blah blah, whatever. Can you see? Nope. Well, me neither. Well, like, might as well not, whatever. They're making these dumbass comments. I threw a couple nasty looks over my shoulder, not that they probably even noticed or cared, as if that's gonna do anything, whatever. Then this guy literally pounces, I'm not even kidding you, pounces at this guy, grabs him by the shoulders, like, would you sit down? We've been waiting for months. We've had these tickets for months waiting to be here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now we can't see anything. Yelling, actually yelling. So stupid. And the guy, which love him so much, he was like, we've waited for months too, and you can stand. Period. I said yes. And then, yeah, so that kind of shut the guy up. He was like, literally, we've been waiting for months too. You can stand. You have legs. Stand up. And then they sat down, the song was over. I was like, I'm so glad that you guys did not sit down. Like, and then he was like, no, girl, thank you for supporting us. We were not about to sit down. I was like, yeah, no, don't. Well, anyways, then we get back to the hotel. I don't sleep. I do not sleep. I posted this at 5 a.m. This video, oh, she looks so good. This video from the concert at 5 a.m. By 6:30 a.m., oh, well, I guess it was 4 over there. 4:32 a.m. I'm in the Uber back to the airport. No. One thing about Vegas is so ugly. It really is. Like, outside of the Strip, like, I cannot imagine, no offense if you love it or whatever. It truly is like time ceases to exist in Vegas because you are there, you're in the casino, which, by the way, I have never left Vegas a loser. This was my first time taking an L in Vegas. It wasn't the biggest L, and normally I'm like having fun because I'm winning. As soon as I start losing, I'm not having fun anymore. Obviously, no one wants to lose. But yeah, I love being in the casino and losing track of time, which is not a good thing. And it's a good job that I don't go more often than I do. I only go if I have like something to do while I'm there. But yeah, I did leave a loser. That stupid Buffalo game gets me every damn time. My favorite game, if you're ever in Vegas, Quick Hits Blitz. I'll here's a picture of it. Find it. That shit is so much fun because you gotta play max bets though, because that's how you get the Quick Hits Blitz game. Pring, 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 pring. And I do get ads on my phone for that game, which is crazy. How do they know that? That's actually sick and twisted. Oh, super fun fact about Vegas. Last time, the reason why I have this podcast, literally like the podcast mic, the podcast like thing, is because once I was in Vegas, and it was when me and my friend were debating starting a podcast. I bought some shitty mics just for us to like get the feel for it, whatever. I wanted jackpot in Vegas. With that money, I bought all this equipment, and it's literally been sitting in my closet since we stopped it. I was like, I need to put this to use. Anyways, that's all on Vegas. Oh, Cashinado machine, the one that I won the jackpot on, not there anymore. By the way, I looked for it and it wasn't there. They got rid of it. It's also kind of embarrassing to win a jackpot in Vegas because this siren goes off and everyone stops and gathers around. And I loved that too. I'm not gonna lie. It is embarrassing though. Well, anyways, fly back, have my first layover. Luckily, my cousin is in this first city. She lives there. So I'm like, I have a 6-hour layover in that city. I'm like, I'm not about to sit in this airport for 6 hours. I am on zero sleep. I have a Whoop band. That shit was like, are you alive? Honestly, I think if she wouldn't have made me a bagel, I think I would have died on the airport floor. Uber ride back. Well, this is me on the Uber ride back. Absolutely dead, absolutely gone. I had an Uber and he said that he was bragging to me that this gay guy was flirting with him.
Well, I'm cool with gay people, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take one. I just gotta let you know something. She's like, what, you ain't getting nothing from me. He was like, don't knock it till you try it. I looked at him like,
He was actually a good time, whatever. He starts talking to me about his baby mama doesn't want his son to play football, and he wants his son to play football, and he can't find anyone, and he's single, and he doesn't want to be single, and he was like in his 30s. I told him to get on some dating apps, and he said he was too old for that. Okay, back like nothing ever happened except my camera did die, and it is now 1 a.m. on a Monday night. Ugh, I hate when people are like... When you say something like after midnight, they're like, oh, technically today? You mean today? No, I don't. I mean tomorrow. What was I even talking about? Like, no time has passed for you, but like 30 minutes has passed for me. Apparently got gas. Now my camera's angle can't. Now I can't even talk. I want so badly to be one of those people that wakes up at early, gets shit done. That will quite literally never be me, because my mind at 1 a.m. is alive, for better or for worse. Oh yeah, went to LA for, I think I was talking about Madison Beer actually before this cut off. I guess I will never know. Okay, LA, and then we went to Madison Beer, which we sat literally across the way from Billie Eilish, and we did not see her. I saw her after on TikTok. I was like, how did we literally miss her? But we did. Didn't see her. If you go to a concert at the Greek Theater in LA and you're going with a couple friends, get a VIP, and this is going to sound so pretentious and annoying, get a VIP box, because the tickets are not that much more expensive than getting regular seats, and they bring you drinks. They're not free, but like you don't have to get out of your seat. Like you have a person that's coming, and you have a person that's like a waiter type situation. But anyways, Madison Beer, amazing. This is my second time seeing her, which she is. I like having seen artists twice, because not like Adele, that I literally saw her last year and I saw her again a couple weeks ago, in the sense that I saw Madison like 2.5 years ago, whenever it was, and you see how much more comfortable they are on a stage than they were. Not that she was, but she was very like, she had her thing that she was doing. This time she seemed a lot more comfortable on stage. Okay, the next day we went to Palm Springs, and this is where we're getting into the thick of it. I was like, I want to do my big one in Palm Springs. I want to have like a night where we go out and we're getting drinks, and many of them. Woke up the next day. Wait, no, we're not to the next day. Yeah, we're not to the next day. We're getting an Uber. We're like ready to go. It's probably like 2 a.m. There are no Ubers available. We're underneath the Marilyn Monroe statue, which if you've ever been to Palm Springs, you've obviously seen it. It's literally massive. We were laying there under Marilyn, literally looking up her skirt. Literally stranded in Palm Springs, no Ubers. And then we finally got connected to Uber, and it was like 15 minutes wait. Well, and this is when I started getting anxious, because during this time my phone dies, and usually like I'm able to distract myself with my phone. I'll just scroll on TikTok or whatever, or post on my close friends, apparently take pictures, whatever. Did not have that option this time. It was just me and my thoughts, which is not a good thing when you're drunk and anxious. And then the Uber cancels, and we had been waiting for like 12 minutes at that point. It was literally right, like, just pick us up. So then it takes us a while, get connected to another Uber, also 15 minutes. We are stranded here. My phone is dead for like an hour. It could have been 20 minutes. It felt like an hour. It was probably realistically like 45 minutes. Maybe. I don't know. The next day, we went to a diner, and it was actually so good. It's like a famous diner in Palm Springs. Ordered food. I literally had to leave the table like 3 different times, because I was like, I cannot be doing this right now. I felt like literal horse shit. Like, I felt like dirt on a shoe that was just being stomped on the pavement all day. Oh, you know those hangovers when you're like trying to breathe and your breaths are like that was me the next day. Oh, I know what I can talk about next. Forget Palm Springs. Except I will say, it is so hot. It is like baking cookies and sticking your head in the oven. And that plus being hungover, we walked. Oh, mistake number 1. We walked. Ugh. Ew. We walked in like 111 degree weather to this store that it was a cute store. I was not in the mood to shop around, look around. Wasn't even in the mood to have my eyes open. Wasn't in the mood to breathe oxygen. I just wanted to like lay down and rot. But we went, and it was fun, and it was cute, but it was so hot. Okay, enough of Palm Springs. Next. Ooh, the drive back was not so great, because it was I literally said I knew what I was going to talk about next, and then the next day after that day, Melrose Trading Post. Was it the next day? I don't actually know. It was one of the days after. We go to Melrose Trading Post. Oh, obviously it had to have been the Sunday, so yeah. The next day after. We go to Melrose Trading Post. Who do we run into? None other than the Emma Chamberlain, which we always have this weird luck of running into celebrities when we're like out and about. It was literally us and Emma. We were at the same tent. We walked away because we were like, okay, we need to hype ourselves up before we get on this. And also too, you know what's crazy? I feel like we overthink things so much because like how many people go up to him? Like there's no way she's gonna remember that one specific interaction unless you mess it up absolutely so bad. Like there's no way she was gonna remember it like that. But anyways, we are hyping ourselves up, whatever. And then so we walk up to her. She is so nice, by the way. Yeah, super, super, super nice. Got a picture with her. Oh my god, I'll literally put this in. The funniest thing ever, it's like a live photo, the selfie. My lip is quivering in the picture because I'm just so excited. Like, what makes your lip quiver? I don't know. I was just like so overwhelmed with like, this is literally Emma Chamberlain. Like, when does that happen? How does that happen? But anyways, yes, Emma, very kind. Love you, girl. What else can I talk about? I think that's it. Honestly, this was just supposed to be like recap of the trips, and then I am gonna these videos will be so much better when it's not just me flapping away to the camera, and it's actually also too I do sound tired. I don't know why whenever I go out, like I make the worst choices, like the worst food choices. I have IBS, I have gut issues, and I choose foods like Wingstop and Torchy's Tacos to eat before I go out. And covering the room is this, all of a sudden hits everyone, this essence of burp. And it's me. And it's so bad. I always have gas when I go out. My camera light's flashing in. Our time is being cut off short. Anyways, that is all that I have to say. Palm Springs, LA, Vegas. I'm going to try to vlog. I am going to try to vlog so it's not just me flapping to a microphone. Even though this is what I want to vlog, but I more so just want to sit here and talk. If I weren't doing it here, I would be doing it on my close friends. This is an extension. This is like my closest. No, this is not my closest friends. This is my close friends. This is like an extension of my close friends. And whoever finds it, finds it. All right, that's it.